Hello students, welcome back. So now I'm going to show you how you can use an API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. This one allows one software, for example a Python, to talk to another software that resides on a server. The API endpoint that I'll be using would be this right here. This is an open source and it's publicly available. Step number one, you want to import your necessary libraries. In this case, I'm using request. This is one of the most common library that is used by Python in order to actually communicate with API endpoints. And this is my API endpoints URL HTTPS. This is provided to me by the company. So this is your API endpoint. This is going to return some type of user data. In this particular instance, it's going to return some fake user data. Step number three, then you send your request to API. So there are generally two types of requests. You can send either a GET request or a POST request. In this instance, I'm sending a GET request. So you send the GET request to this URL. That would be this API endpoint. Step number four, then you get a response from the server. Once you get the response from the server, you look at the status code. 200 generally means that you have received a valid response. That means everything was good. So you print out your status code over here. Step number five, now you convert your response to a Python object. So you convert to a JSON. So generally JSON means it's a dictionary or a list. Like a list of dictionaries generally for the most part. So in this case, I'm accessing the JSON attribute of my response. And then I print my full response. That would be my step six. So in this case, I print my data, and now you can see that my status code is 200. That was this right here. And then full API response. This is my full API response. So in this case, you can see that it starts with a list right here. It has a list of dictionary. So the first dictionary ID equal to 1, name equal to this, username is this, email is this, address, street. It has all this information. Maybe you don't want to have all this. Maybe you just want to have the first record. You can do that too. So you can see that that's a lot of information. So you can actually print data square bracket 0. That's going to give you access just to the first element. That would be the first element in the dictionary in that list. That is this dictionary right here. So after you got your information, maybe you just want to print out just the names and emails. You don't want all the other information. So in this case, I'm iterating through every single dictionary inside the data list, and I'm accessing the username and I'm accessing the email, and I'm printing it out over here. So now you can see that name is this, email is this, name, email, name, email. And you can see that there's a lot of records. Now I'm going to show you how you can use query parameters. Generally, when you use API, you actually specify query. You don't want every information. Maybe you want certain information. So let's say this is my API endpoint provided to me by the company. And my query parameter is this. Maybe I want information for this person, user ID equal to 1. That's the only person I want the information of. So in this case, you specify your params. That's what that is. That is called your query parameter. And then you invoke your request method, invoke your get inbuilt method from that, supply your URL, supply your params. That would be this right here. And then you're going to get the response back. From the response, you read the JSON attribute. That's going to be your post. And then you print out the length, how many posts you got. That's going to print out the length of the post right here. After that, I'm just printing out the title and the body of my post. So in this case, it tells me the total post by the user is 10. So the number of response, the number of dictionary I received is 10 over here. So now I'm going through each one of them and I'm just printing out just the first three posts over here. That's what this thing does. So in this case, I'm printing the title and body. You can see that title, body. So this is the title and this is the body that I have received from this particular URL endpoint that is provided to me by the company. And now comes the most important part, the error handling. A lot of times when you send a request to the company through API endpoint, maybe the URL is wrong. For example, right here, this is not a URL, it does not exist. So how do you handle a situation like this? Well, for that, you actually use this logic right here. So what I'm doing, in this case, this is a wrong URL. I'm sending a request to this wrong URL. And in this case, I'm checking the response status code. So if my response status code is 200, everything is good. I'm going to print out success. Otherwise, it's going to print out error occurred. So when I run this, you can see that it print out error occurred. Status code is 404. It also prints out what type of status code that is.